You're on CYInterview.
I'm Christian Nick, featured columnist Jay Bilstein is with me today on CYInterview. We welcome back one of the most decorated women's figure skaters of all time, Surya Bonaly. Thanks so much for being back with us on CYInterview. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. Thank you very much for having me.
Well, I appreciate always the positive attitude. Listen, we can really all use it these days, and it's always nice to talk with you because you really know how to cheer people up, I think.
Yeah, I'm trying to, during those days, it is very difficult, but I'm going to try to have a good spirit, and I'm lucky. I'm doing a lot of sports, and being a skater, I think, helped me to stay positive, I think, for the rest of my life.
Yeah, well, there's no denying that the records and the championships and the things that you won were, again, one of the most decorated women in figure skating history. So before we get into what you're currently going on with here in Las Vegas, we last spoke to you last year when your Netflix special came out. It had just come out like literally weeks beforehand. So what have you taken away in this last maybe about 18 months or so? Has the reaction now kind of settled in from what people have told you about it? How does it make you feel now looking back on it after a little more time has passed?
I mean, I think this documentary was really impressive. I mean, Netflix did really good stories. Even all 7 other stories were really amazing. And I recommend for everyone who have time to kill and watch TV and watch Netflix to watch those documentaries, because Losers, even though it's kind of like, negative, weird, spectacle, name or title, it is very interesting to watch, and we don't know what happened. Sometimes our life are so busy, we don't know that boxers or that golfer or that curler had some trouble back in the days. We didn't know. So it's kind of nice to sit at home and watch TV and really spend some time to really understand people.
Yeah, the Netflix series Losers follows many different great sports athletes, including Surya's story. And of course, you have to be a winner to get a Netflix documentary about you, so you should always remember that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, it ended up really positive, and I really feel that, since this documentary came out, so many people across the world were crazy and sending me message via Instagram, Facebook, or any kind of, social medias. Are really exciting to watch. People from Venezuela, people from Brazil, Chile, telling me, "Oh, I just watched your story," and it's like, wow, it's not just skating fans who just know me and want to see what's going on. No, and it's incredible how much it reached so many houses, so many people, and is it positive? So it's all good.
Yeah, so now speaking about this, for those who don't know, you live here in Las Vegas, so tell me about the work you're doing as a teacher/coach at the Las Vegas Ice Center.
Well, I've been in Las Vegas since end of 1999. When I turned professional, I felt like coming in Vegas was like the place to be, with entertainment, learning new things, maybe getting into a show here. I thought it was, an extraordinary place to be. And so I live here for 15 years, and after I decided to go to Minnesota for 5, try to figure it out how to teach in a place where it is mecca, a skating mecca, because there's rinks all over, every 3 miles there is a skating rink. And I really enjoy it. It was a fantastic experience, but you know what? I miss the heat. I was just too cold in Minnesota, and I wanted to go back home, be able to be in my own house. And here, living in Las Vegas is wonderful because we can enjoy the nice weather throughout the year and still do, follow my passions, which is figure skating. And skating, it's kind of fresh, kind of new. People doesn't know really what to do with skating here. They don't know how to be a crazy big fan of skating and wanting to have a lot of hours of skating like we have in different states. But I think it's developing and getting better. We just need patience. And I love skating, and my dream is to open my own skating academy in Las Vegas with different professional skaters, with some big names, And I'm sure we could do that. It just needs time and, power from some people, I don't know, but it will be my dream to do that in Las Vegas.
Well, a lot of things have been growing here on a sports front, so anything is possible. So speaking about, giving lessons, do you give lessons to anyone of all ages? Is it just aspiring young figure skaters? Are you willing to teach people just how to skate? Like, what is it? Where does that go exactly?
Well, I do teach pretty much anyone who wants lessons. I do privates, I do group classes. I do teach actually in the Learn to Skate a couple times a week, like Monday, sometimes Wednesday or Saturday. I do teach really the Learn to Skate, so any beginners who want to come and take classes, we have sort of 8 weeks a program where the kids can learn how to, to skate and enjoy and start and maybe become their cool sport to do for a while. And I teach beginners, I teach professional, I teach adults. I do have a few adults, and I think it's fantastic to be able to have different range of skaters, and anyone who's just willing to just get cool for an hour or two, why not?
And all the lessons are happening at the Las Vegas Ice Center, correct?
Yes. There is a lot of figure skating arena now in town, but my main rink is Las Vegas Ice Center. I've been there since 2002, and I love it. It feels like home, and yeah, it's good. And it's close to my house as well.
Well, that's always great, but everything is close together in Las Vegas, so that's one of the beauties of living here. So very quick question before I throw it to Jay. What have you, in this period of your life, what do you get out of teaching?
Well, teaching, it's become my passion because I love skating. I love so much. It's been my life. For so many years, I've been trained and practicing over hours and hours, years after years, to become, a champion. But also, I gained so much experience that now I feel like, I need to give back some things, spend some time, and try to give bring my knowledge to the new generation, to anyone who wants to learn and aspire to get better and to, you don't have to be a champion at the end of the day, but just bring you happiness. Spending some time on the ice is better than smoking or doing bad things on the street. And I'll try to keep the kids happy, motivated, and give good discipline, because skating is difficult, but in a way it brings you so much. Then at the end, I'm sure the parents are happy for them.
Jay?
Well, first of all, Surya, good evening, and so nice to have you with us here again on CYInterview, and I find it a great pleasure and honor to be able to speak with you for the first time. In hearing you speak, to me, skating is something very, very artistic. Figure skating is, again, as a person who watches it, and primarily is watched in the Olympics and so forth, has this quality of dancing on ice, but there's a tremendous amount of training that goes into it, which you've mentioned. What kind of conditioning program does a serious skater have to go through in terms of perhaps resistance training and cardiovascular training?
Well, it all depends on what level do you have, what's your goal. For me, obviously I went to the Olympics, so I knew it was, hard regimens of practice 7 days a week, and practice on ice, off ice, lots of ballet, lots of strengthening, lot of everything. Make sure that, we are strong and we keep powerful on the ice, because, as a skaters, when you watch on TV, it looks beautiful, but, as ladies, when you watch a senior level, it's a 4-minute program. So you have to be able to keep, in shape and stay, looking beautiful and feel flawless. But in a way, it's a lot of practice, a lot of stamina. Figure it out. Maybe you need to practice in altitude to have better, better heart. So when you do your program in competition, you don't feel like dying. So it's lots of things that you need to prepare ahead of the time. But if you're just like a regular person, you don't need that much. But I think, keep you in shape and give lots of, happiness in a way, but your body stay in shape. So why not? It's a good way because it's very graceful and it's very powerful. So there's both. You can jump and a lot, but you can be pretty and do lots of spirals and pretty choreography and just feel like you're just like a star on the ice. People just feel happy anyway, and you don't care what level do you have.
Surya, you spoke about having stamina on the ice. Does the stamina on the ice simply come from a lot of practice on the ice, or do you have to do things like running or rowing or jumping rope or anything like that to give you kind of an extra plus in terms of that stamina and conditioning?
Well, skating, it is very hard. And when you do a 4-minute program, it's pretty much like a sprint. So you have to do everything very fast, boom, 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 in 4 minutes. It seems short for you guys when you hear 4 minutes, but as an athlete, it's really hard. So you have to prepare because you have to be in shape when you do 7 triple jumps, and you have some spins. So you have to keep with the rhythm and the music. So all that need to be prepared back home with some special workouts. Sometimes you have to run on a bicycle, or do some bicycle or some treadmill. Anything helps as long as you have a lot of stamina. And on the top of that, you have to run your program like 3-4 times per day to make sure that the day you compete in front of the judges, you feel flawless and you look like, oh my God, it looks so easy. So it is a year or 6 months, preparation for sure to feel really comfortable.
Wow. A lot of dedication there. A lot of dedication. Chris?
Yes, for sure. Dedication, motivation, and discipline, because I guess it's all about routine, doing the same thing over and over and challenge yourself and make yourself better, but it's all about being very strict with yourself in a way. And, if you do this all your life and you don't know anything else, you don't feel, frustrated. It's a part of your regiment, part of your lifestyle.
Well, Surya, thanks so much again for joining us on CYInterview. We're going to have you back, as always, to talk about some other things. But in closing, I wonder, all of these years that you skated on the ice and now all these years that you've been teaching people, what do you think about most? Is there anything that comes across your mind more than anything from your long and decorated career?
The thing I would say is something about that figure skating is part of my... skating is like my passion. Every day I come to the rink, even though I have to work and teach, I do have students waiting for me. I just want to skate, even though I'm getting old, like, everyone else. But it's part of my life, and I just want to skate, and I want to feel young again, and to feel like, I didn't age. Like even today I practice for fun for 10 minutes, and I did a couple triple jumps, some double XL, and some spin, and I just feel like, oh my God, I can do that. So if something about me that I can't just forget about it and just live a normal life like anyone else. Something special that I built over the years, and it's here forever.
Well, a final thought. Anybody who knows anything about figure skating knows that any of those jumps you did today, most people will never be able to do well. And I'm sure you still do them well today. So for decorated figure skating champion Surya Bonaly, featured columnist Jay Bilstein, and CYInterview, I'm Christian.